Hey guys, this is Pop's Reviews, and I'm here with another video. And this is some of the showing off some of the guys I painted for the my Marvel United game. So as you can see, I have the Enter the Spiderverse box here, and beside it is the stretch goals box. This is from the first Kickstarter that they had for Marvel United. So as you can see, like a lot of the characters that you got as stretch goals from the first box, and so I'm still having to paint through a lot of these guys here. I've just kind of been painting one guy here, one guy there, kind of thing. But I did paint the Enter the Spider-Verse box here, so I'm going to show that off, the paint jobs I did. I'm also going to show some of the season one guys. So I've shown in a couple other videos I've done some of the guys that I've painted already for Marvel United from the original box, from the Fantastic Four, the X-Men one. So I was going to actually, I'm still kind of working right now on the X-Men, the original team box. I'm still working on that one, painting that up. I'm almost done. I've got like three more people to paint out of that, and then I'll probably show that off in another video. But I just thought it was kind of relevant to do this video since there's the Kickstarter going on right now as we speak. It is February 4th if you're watching this video. So the Kickstarter is going on right now for Marvel United Multiverse. So you're able to, get, this is essentially season 3 of Marvel United, and it's looking pretty good. I'll talk about it maybe a little more after at the end of the video, my thoughts on what I'm probably going to be doing with that Kickstarter. But for the original Marvel United, I did not back it, and I had to wait till season 2 with the X-Men, Marvel United X-Men, and then luckily I was able to purchase everything through that. They were offering the season 1 stuff in the X-Men campaign, so that was really good. I was really lucky, so I was able to get all the stuff through there, and yeah, so it's been great. I haven't really had a chance to really play through a lot of the stuff here. I always like to have my guys painted before I play them in that. So, but I've been kind of going through. I've been kind of painting up some guys here. So now I'll be able to play some more games, have some more matchups in that, and play different combinations and stuff. So I mean, there's a ton of stuff here, guys, with this game. But I'll talk more about it as we go along here, and what season 3, what I'm doing with it, what it really, who it's really for, essentially. So I'll show you what I painted here for this here first, with the season 1 stretch goals here. I have been working on both X-Men and season 1. Like I said, I'm painting the other X-Men box right now, the original guys. So I'm kind of getting that done, and I'll show that off in another video. But so I'm going to show off the some of the season 1 stretch goals that I painted here. So I'm going to start with a couple villains that I painted here first. I'll show off their cards here. So here is the Kingpin. So here's his cards here. So again, he was a season 1 stretch goal, and then he has his 6 threats that you're going to put on the different locations. So you're going to have corrupted elite thugs. You're going to have connections. And then here's Bullseye. So it's pretty cool. Like if you have some of the minis, sometimes you could just put them on the threat cards to say that you're fighting him. Like you don't have to, because his picture's here and it shows that he has 5 health. But if you want to make it thematic, like where there's a guy on the board, you could actually, if you have him, you could put him on his card to show that he's still alive. He's a threat in that area. So there's Bullseye, and then usually you get duplicates of some of the other cards. Like, so here's Connections again. Yeah, there was another Connections earlier. So you get 2 Connections and Secrets, and another Secret. So you get 2 Secrets, 2 Connections, a Bullseye, and a Corrupted Elite. So that's his 6 threat cards. And then you have like his different, you're going to have 12 master plan cards that are played into the story. So here you see some of the stuff he's doing here. So here's an overflow of thugs pretty much. Here, just 3 on one side and then nothing on the other. So I should show you his dashboard too as well. So you're gonna have the cards for the Kingpin. So it's not too bad. And then he has his dashboard here, which I should have showed probably first because it would make more sense. But so here's his dashboard here. So if you're playing with 2 players, he has 6 health. If you're playing with 3 players, he has 8 health. And if you're playing with 4 players, he has 11 health. And then his special rules, so when a hero is KO'd, Kingpin doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, he plays another master plan card. So that's kind of rough. So it's not even face down. If he knocks out a character, then he's playing another master plan card. So he's getting rid of his cards quicker because he has 12 cards. And if he plays all 12 cards when he's supposed to play on his next turn, if he doesn't have any, then the heroes lose that way. So his BAM, deal 1 damage to each hero in Kingpin's location. So that's usually standard. They usually deal a damage to people in their location. But the other thing is that if you're on Bullseye's area, if you haven't defeated him, then his BAM would go off when there's a BAM card. And the BAMs again happen when you draw a master plan card. And then if it says BAM, then you activate the BAM, and you'd activate any cards around the threat areas that have the BAM as well. So that's how that's played. In an overflow, usually you have an area of these kind of thugs and villains. So if one or more civilians and thugs, tokens can't be added to a location, deal 1 damage to each hero in that location. So if you're in a location with these guys and there's overflow, you can't add any more civilians or thugs to location, then the heroes are going to take damage. And in the villainous plot, the heroes lose when Kingpin has discarded all 6 plan tokens. So he has his own special tokens that come with the game, and if they've all been discarded, then the heroes lose that way too. So that's pretty rough. And then here's the miniature I have for him. So here's the art, and then here is the miniature. So I don't think he looks too bad. And there you see him. He's wearing his nice white suit. The ball of his cane, I kind of made it like a kind of grayish. I was trying to make it kind of like a diamondish grayish, like it's kind of clouded a bit from that angle. And then there you see his he's like standing on a rug, kind of like a rug, and then he's on the concrete or whatever floor there. So I think he looks pretty good. I think he looks not too bad for what I did. Very playable. So that's the Kingpin. And the next guy I have is Carnage that I painted. So here's Carnage's card. So at 2 players, he's 5 health. 3 players, 8. 4 players, 11. So about kind of the same as the Kingpin, except I think he has 1. Does he have 1 less health than the Kingpin at 2 player? Yeah, the Kingpin is 6. He's at 5. So comparable at 3 and 4, but at 2 player, Carnage has 1 less health. So, and then his special rules, whenever a hero is KO'd, increase the spawn track by 1. So here you see he has a spawn track at the bottom. And then deal 1 damage to each hero in Carnage's location. Then place 1 crisis token above each civilian there. So his thing, he's got these. I guess he's trying to turn the civilians into symbiotes. He has his own symbiotes, I think, and if he gets rid of civilians, then he's advancing this track here. So you'll see that by maybe some of the cards that he has. And then the overflow, if 1 or more civilians or thug tokens can't be added to a location, discard all civilians with a crisis token from the location with the most civilians. The first clockwise in case of a tie. I was always kind of confusing. I wasn't sure how that read, but I think it's the civilians with the crisis tokens. You would, if there's overflow, then you have to discard. If you added crisis tokens to civilians in other locations, you would start clockwise, I think, from where he is. And then if there's civilians with crisis tokens, then you have to take them off. And then for each civilian with a crisis token that is discarded, increase the spawn track by 1. So the heroes lose when the track reaches 10. The heroes lose. That's his villainous plot. So I played against Carnage. He beat us. We played him once. That was like about a month ago, and so we have to have a rematch with him. He was actually pretty decently tough. The Kingpin I haven't played, so I can't say for the Kingpin, but yeah, Carnage was pretty rough here. So here's his cards. So the threat cards that he has first. Just hang on a sec. So he's gonna have Carnage's offspring. So you can see the BAM goes off here for his offspring. Then he has his symbiote ambush. So each civilian in this location requires 1 extra heroic to be rescued. So that's pretty rough. Sometimes you want to try and get rid of that because you don't want to be wasting your heroics to spend 2 heroics for 1 civilian. Like, you don't want to do that. So it's good to maybe try and get rid of that. So you get 2 of those. And then you have his Carnage's offspring, and they're all the same. So you have 3 of those, and then his symbiote ambush, you have 3 of those. So 3 of each card. Sometimes you have 2 of each, but for him you have 3 of each. And then he has his 12 master plan cards. So here you see, move clockwise to the next location with the most civilian, spawn of evil, add a civilian to every location. So you're kind of seeing a bit of what he's doing here. Yeah, so yeah, he was actually pretty tough. Again, we were using the Spiderverse guys to try and fight him, and yeah, he was kicking our butt. So that is Carnage, and then to show you his miniature that I painted. So you can see here's his miniature. Hope you can see that. Too bad. So yeah, so the red and the black. So I think he doesn't look too bad. So that was Carnage. You see his picture. I gave him like a pink tongue. So yeah, I don't think I did too badly on him either. Very playable, game ready. So that's Carnage. And next we'll show off some of the heroes I painted from the Season 1 stretch goals. So here is Doctor Strange. So here's his cards. So I haven't used Doctor Strange yet, but he has his Book of Ashanti, Cloak of Levitation, Eye of Agamotto, Orb of Agamotto, and Dimensional Portal. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 special cards in his deck. 1, 2, Cloak of Levitation, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so he has 5 special cards, which is really good because usually characters have like maybe about 3 cards. He has 5, which is really good, plus his wilds and everything. And so then here's the miniature for him that I painted. So I think he came out not too badly himself. His little white hairs on the side, so I think he looks really good. Came out good. So that's Doctor Strange. The next guy, or the next person, the next lady that I painted was Elektra. So you see Elektra, so she has her Sai, ninja training. She's a master assassin, so she has those 3. So each character has 12 cards, and she has 3 special as opposed to Doctor Strange has 5 special. And then the backs of their cards, like they have the art on the back. So there's Doctor Strange. That's Elektra. And then Elektra's miniature that I painted. So again, I don't think she looks too bad. Haven't tried her yet. I'm hoping to maybe have her in Daredevil fight like Bullseye and the Kingpin, so you could do those kind of special matchups. So that was Elektra. The next one I have is Iron Fist that I painted. So he has his chi augmentation. He has 2 of those, three chi augmentations. So pretty cool. Again, each character has 12 cards. There's the back of his. So he's wearing his green and yellow. And I really like his green and yellow outfit, but I never really seen him in this type of outfit, to be honest. So in the comic, I was really looking up a lot of his comic, like in the old school Iron Fist, he had like that kind of collar, and then the martial arts kind of shoes and stuff like that. This one the art is a little different. So to really match it, I thought I actually put him in his white outfit that he has with the Avengers, with the new Avengers. So I thought it actually just looked more like what he wears than the green for what he's wearing, if that makes any sense. So this is what I painted for him. A little kind of grate or whatever on the bottom there. And yeah, I think he looks really, really good. I think he came out good. He's ready to fight. So that is my Iron Fist that I painted. Okay, and then the last of the stretch goal guys that I painted so far. I mean, I have the whole box here is still to go. There's still a lot of guys, but last guys I have here is his partner Luke Cage. Heroes for Hire. So you could have them team up together, Luke Cage and Iron Fist, otherwise known as Power Man. So he has invulnerability, a regenerative healing. Alright, hand cards sticking together here, and superhuman strength. So he has 3 special cards himself. And then here's his miniature that I painted. Well, I think he looks really good. I think he turned out good. Looks kind of like the guy that was playing him on the show with his face. So I think he looks good. I gave him more of a bluer jean and a bright yellow shirt, kind of like his old school look. As Power Man, all he needs is the afro. But yeah, I think he looks really good. He's ready to fight. He's super angry, ready to go. So that is Luke Cage. So that's my guys from the season 1 stretch goals that I painted so far. If you want to see some of the other guys I painted, just go back to my other videos and you'll see some of the other guys I painted from so far season 1 and other sets. So now I'm going to show off the Spiderverse set here. So this is the Enter the Spiderverse. So I'll just kind of show off the art. So you got Spider-Man here on the side, Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. And obviously you have the art of like Ghost Spider, Spider-Man, Green Goblin, and Miles Morales Spider-Man. Or if they, on the Disney show, they call him Spin. So all around the art is just pretty much Spider-Man. And then you have the contents of the set of what you're getting. This is the Kickstarter version that I got. So I have Spider-Ham in here. If you buy this now, you could buy this set off Amazon, but you're not going to get Spider-Ham because he was a Kickstarter exclusive. So just remember that. If you do not purchase the Kickstarter, you're not getting Spider-Ham. Okay, so I'm just going to open this up. Okay, so in this you get a leaflet sheet that kind of will explain the rules, or it'll give you a bit of a thematic read of the Spiderverse and that, and then it tells you what you're going to get with it. So here you're getting all the hero cards, 12 exposure tokens, because there's a mode in here where you could use the journalist to uh, try and find out who their identity is and this kind of thing, and that kind of limits your actions or whatever. I never really played with this mode yet, but it's all explained here. The secret identity challenge, so it tells you how to play the secret identity challenge. So that's pretty cool. It's a different mode to play to challenge, spice up your game if you don't like just playing the regular version, kind of, but the regular version's fine. Comes with this Green Goblin villainous card dashboard, but we'll save that for a sec. So you're gonna get these are like kind of like cell phones, I think, and then the journalist pass or whatever to put the journalists around in the different areas. So you get these tokens. You're gonna get 6 areas. So again, this shows you that it's Midtown High School. Then you're gonna, this will start off with a civilian and a thug here, and then you can only add 4 of these kind of guys in this particular area. Then after, once the game starts, you might get rid of these guys and then others fill back up and all that. And this shows you where the threat goes here. A card will cover over this, something like this here when you're playing. So once you defeat these Carnage's offspring, you kill them off, then you get the benefit of the area. So this here, so once you clear the threat, and a turn you may gain a heroic token, so that's for Midtown High. You've got Osborne Laboratories, so you gain a punch token if you clear the threat that's there. You got Queens, that's where the area Peter Parker lives in, so the end of turn, if you have 1 or 2 cards in hand, you may draw an extra card, so that's kind of cool. It's kind of like you're healing at home. And then you have the Brooklyn Bridge. You add a civilian to any location, then rescue one from this location. And then you have the Daily Bugle. If you're the top card of the Master Plan deck, you may place it on the bottom. So that's a really good one too. Oscorp Tower. You may gain a move token. And we're back to Midtown High. So you get 6 locations. All right, and then you get in here, you see the miniatures already, but you're going to get a card here that shows how to play the Secret Identity Challenge as well. Here. And then you're going to get the Green Goblin's cards. So the Green Goblin, here's his threat card. So he has the Lizard as one of his threats, Craven, Electro, then using civilians as a shield, corporate thugs, and another corporate thugs. So you get 2 corporate thugs, the using civilians as a shield, and 3 different enemies to fight as threats. So that's his cards there. And then he has his 12 Master Plan cards. So again, I'm kind of doing this backwards because I should show off his dashboard, but it's all right. So you get 12 of his Master Plan cards. Of course, the art is always on the back of the cards. For threats, though, it's a little different. For threats, they show it like that. Okay, and then so his dash. I haven't played against this guy yet either, but he's one of the roughest guys to fight in the game. So 2 players, he's 5 health, 3 7, 4 10. Special rules. So when a threat is cleared, shuffle it into the deck and add a threat token from the pool to the mission card. Green Goblin can't be damaged if there are any civilians on this dashboard. If you are in his location, you can use 2 heroics to rescue 1 civilian here. So that's really rough because if he captures civilians, you're having to use 2 heroics to save them. Um, so that, that is really, really, really tough here. So when a threat is cleared, shuffle it into the deck and add a threat token from the pool to the mission card. Yeah. So he's gonna have special. He has special rules. Um, so special setup: do not place threat cards and tokens on the locations. Keep the cards in the face down threat deck, and the threat tokens in the side pool. So, um, yeah. So he has his own special tokens, and the threats don't come into play right away. They come in after. And then here, the BAM, deal 1 damage to each hero in Green Goblin's location. Draw a threat card, place it on the next clockwise location without a threat. And then his overflow. If one or more civilian or thug tokens can't be added to location, draw 1 threat card and place it in the next clockwise location without a threat. So he's adding the threat cards. Like usually in the games, the threat cards come already placed on the board. He's placing them in the board after all these things are happening here. And then the villains lose, or the heroes lose, when all locations have a threat card. So yeah, it's really kind of like a backwards way almost he's playing, because usually like I said, the threat cards are already there. He's placing them, and if he places all of them, then you lose. So really interesting dynamic. And then he's like, he's taking civilians. He's taking civilians and placing them like he's like using his goblin glider and taking the civilians and so you're having to try and rescue them, and that's pretty rough that you got to use 2 heroics to save 1 civilian. So here's his paint job here. So, and I think he came out pretty good. I'm really happy with him. The miniatures themselves, like the way they look and stuff. Sometimes it's just the artist's take on the character. So I'm not used to him with like all these like metal armor kind of things on his shoulder pads and knee pads and stuff like that. But he looks pretty good. I try to get his jack-o'-lantern lit up with the eyes and the mouth and stuff like that. So yeah, he looks good. Looks like a goblin. He looks pretty dangerous. And then his glider. He's got the eyes and the fire kind of coming out from it and that. So I'm happy with him. He looks really good, I think. So that's the Green Goblin, and then we have the characters. So here we have Spider-Man. So Spider-Man's really cool. I've used Spider-Man already 2 or 3 times already, and I really like Spider-Man, the way he plays. And he has also 3 special cards, and those special cards are really powerful for Spider-Man too. So that's Spider-Man. That's his cards, and then here's his miniature. Yeah, so I think he looks really good. I think he came out pretty good. That's Spider-Man. And again, he plays really good in the game. The next character is Ghost Spider. I used to know her really by Spider-Gwen, and then they started calling her Ghost Spider. So this is my daughter's one of her favorite characters to play in the game. So again, she has 3 different special cards. And again, here's the backs. And show Spider-Man. So here's Spider-Man. Ghost Spider. And then here's her miniature. I think she came out really good. I'm happy with the way she came out, and trying to get the little intricate lines inside her hoodie. Was a kind of a bit of a pain, and inside her hoodie on the sleeves there. But overall, she came out really good. Okay, the next guy we have is Miles Morales. So I'll get his cards here. So Miles Morales, Spider-Man. There he has his Venom Strike, Web, Invisibility. So he's another really, really good character. All of them are in this set are really good, probably except Spider-Ham, but I haven't played with Spider-Ham to say personally that he's not really a great character. But for the most part, they all play really good. The Spider-Friends, the Spiderverse. So that is Miles Morales. And here's his miniature. So he's just a little small guy. I think he looks really. I thought he looked really, really good. And these miniatures to paint too, they were just really, really fun. Really, really nice to paint. They came out really solid looking. That is Miles Morales, Ghost Spider, and then the last but not least, Spider Ham. He's got his Toonie weapon, Toonie web. So I think a lot of, so he's got the three special cards. I think a lot of his things, though, what the problem with him is some of his things are like single actions. So that's a lot of his deck. So that's Spider Ham, and that was Miles Morales. That's his back, and this was his miniature. So again, he is a Kickstarter exclusive. So if you buy this set, say off Amazon or any other retail place, you're probably not going to get Spider Ham. So just be aware of that he was a Kickstarter exclusive. If you're like, oh man, I thought Spider Ham came in a set. Well, yeah, he's a Kickstarter exclusive. So just be aware of that. And again, I think he came up pretty good as well. So yeah, so that is the Spiderverse. So you got the different cards for the guys, and you got a different what do you call it? You get the secret identity challenge to play in the game to like change up your stuff of how you play it. So that's good. Like if you're like, oh, I'm tired of playing Marvel United a certain way. Well, they give you different options to play different ways. At the end of it, it's always at its core game. So that's always the good thing about it. Or if you have a good system, if the game still stays at its core and it's not changing in that way, So that is the that's the Spider-Verse and the different guys I painted. And now I just, I want to talk about the new Kickstarter that is going on right now, and that is the Multiverse. So, I'm going to be honest with you guys, right? So with all this stuff here, if I showed you all the boxes that you get with the Marvel United games, you're getting a lot, right? You're getting a ton of guys, like even with just this stretch goals box here. This is a lot of guys in this box, right? You're getting a ton of guys to play against, a lot of villains. You got the other different what do you call it, expansion boxes and whatnot to play against, right? So it's a lot. It's a lot of guys, a lot of characters to play as, a lot of threats, a lot of different combinations. So, I really thought they were almost done with when they did the X-Men season. That I thought they were going to be done because they had a lot of the most important guys in the game already. And obviously Marvel is a huge universe of characters and all kinds, different characters, villains, all kinds of omni beings and all this kind of stuff. They have all kinds of characters, right? So, I mean, technically they could go on forever if they wanted, with different iterations of characters and and call it like they are a multiverse, right? So, but again, with this, what you got, if you got the first two seasons of the first Marvel United and Marvel United X-Men, like you're already getting quite a bit of stuff, right? Now, okay, so it's always, so I'm going to show you on my other phone here. Hopefully this shows up pretty good here. So this is, this is going on right now on Kickstarter, Marvel United. So you're seeing here, like, this is the next, where my thumb is here. This is the next box here, core box. So that's the Multiverse. And then there's going to be the Fantastic Four Coming of Galactus here. So for me, this season here, this is kind of, we're going to call it season 3. This, for me, is going to be it for me. Okay, like, and as you can see right now, there's 4 days ago, 14,000 backers. I'm in Canada, so it's showing it's at 3 million, over 3.5 million Canadian. It's more than that American. Um, but for me, this is going to be it. I am going to get this. I am going to get all the expansions that are coming with this game. Um, so here you see now, if you're someone that could stick to a $65 pledge, because if you do that, you're gonna get the core box from the multiverse. You're gonna get the Wrecking Crew, and you're gonna get all the stretch goals. If you're someone that you're able to do that, you're gonna get quite a bit of value for that. Really, to be honest, like that's quite a bit of stuff. But the only thing is, again, if you got FOMO, which is fear of missing out, then you're obviously going to be missing out on a lot of the stuff that comes with this, right? Obviously, you wouldn't be getting Galactus in this, and so here's the Wrecking Crew. So these are the four guys that are kind of like their promo guys of what they're offering for this Kickstarter. And then here's the $100 pledge. I was telling my wife that yeah, I could I'll stick with this $100 pledge, because I have so much Marvel United, coming out of the yin yang, that it's just like I haven't got to all this stuff, right? I have to paint up a lot of these guys and stuff like that. So Galactus here for me was kind of like he's the cherry on the sundae. He's the ultimate boss. Because you're already fighting. If you have the other seasons, you're already fighting Thanos in the Gauntlet. You're fighting Apocalypse and his Horseman. You could fight the Sinister Six. You could fight the Phoenix Force. So there's already a lot of different villains and little mini campaigns to kind of play through, But here, you're able to get Galactus, and he's the big boy, really, of the universe, right? So, and they showed he's like, if you have the X-Men, if you have the Sentinels, and the Sentinels too, that's another thing you could add to your game. The Sentinels are a little smaller even than Galactus, so that's pretty cool. Like they made everything scale to height. Now here's the stretch goals here. So here, so if you do this Galactus, you're gonna get Iron Lad as another add-on, plus all the Wrecking Crew, and then here's all the stretch goals. So for $100, if you're able just to say, hey, I'm happy with what I get, you're getting quite a bit, because you'd be getting all like the Star Jammers, Corsair, that's like Cyclops' dad. Black Knight, Chode is a Star Jammer. Songbird, she's one of the Avengers. Hepzibah, she's part of the Star Jammers. Cyborg Spider-Man, Patriot, Raza, and then some of these characters too. I've read a bit of comics. Some of them I'm not even familiar with myself. Captain Britain, Betsy Braddock, Speed. So you're getting a lot of characters here. Husk, Havoc, that's Cyclops' brother from that's the X-Factor version. Lilandra, the Shi'ar queen. Also Bloodstone, she was someone that was heavily requested. Everyone loves also Bloodstone. I don't know much about also Bloodstone because I'm an old school comic guy. So also Bloodstone's like kind of recent. In the more recent years, she's come out. And you have Kid Loki, Wiccan, Siren. Siren is Banshee's daughter. Captain America, Sam Wilson, Wong, Doctor Strange's companion there, Megan, and then you're getting the anti-heroes. So the anti-heroes were they're purple, so they could either be a hero or a villain. So that's pretty cool. They have a dual mechanics. So you have Dakin, Darkchild, U.S. Agent, Darkstar, Red Hulk, Ursa Major, the Red Guardian. So that's pretty cool, And then you have just your flat out villains: Claw, Chameleon, Titania, Absorbing Man, Abomination, Crimson Dynamo, Maximus, Iron Patriot, Blaze-Star, Hobgoblin, High Evolutionary. So you're getting a lot of characters, but you might be saying, well, where's the Hulk and where's Wolverine and this guy, that guy? Well, they happened. They were in the other seasons, right? But So this is kind of like a filler season. Like to me, if you had the first two seasons of Marvel United, and you played all of it and that, sure, great. I think it's great. Get this season three. If you're someone that's able to play all this stuff, right? Um, for the casual gamer, and who's someone who just casually watches like the Marvel cinematic, like you're not gonna be familiar with a lot of these guys. You're not gonna know who High Evolutionary is, or someone like Blaze Star and stuff like that. Um, so I don't know. I would say, casually get the game, get what you felt you needed, kind of thing. Because a lot of this you're not going to play. To be honest, you're just going to be it's going to be sitting on your shelf, really. To be honest, right? But like for me, I know a lot of these guys, but again, it will come down to, do you got the time? Do you got people that want to play it? You're going to play it solo, or it's going to be up to you and what you feel you have the time for in your collection and your hobby. But a lot of these guys, again, they're just you're probably not going to get to them, to be honest. Really, it's going to be so much. So for me, this is my final season of this game here. Okay. Now here's the expansions you're gonna get here. So here's like they have a Civil War expansion for $40. They have Maximum Carnage, where you're going to be able to fight, 6 villains at the same time, or even more. I think they were saying possibly. It's kind of like the Sinister Six expansion if you have that. The Secret Invasion, where you get to fight Skrulls, and you get to use the Shield agents. They have the classic Nick Fury in there. The War of the Kings, so you have Gladiator and the Inhumans, Black Bolt, Lockjaw, Crystal. You're getting all these Medusa. You're getting all those characters in that one. The Age of Apocalypse. This is another story one here. So this is really cool. You got a different Magneto, different Apocalypse, different Sabretooth from that story, different Beast. Annihilation. You're getting Annihilus and Quasar. A Prime Nova. And then there's another optional buy, the mat. I have the mat. I have the one that came in the X-Men season. I really, really like the mat. It really finishes the game. The mat it's a really big play area though. So it's somewhere like if you have a good sized table, it looks really nice. It finishes the game. But again, it was a big play area, right? So this one here it's a lot smaller. The cards are going on the outside on the mat I have. The cards go on the inside. This one, the cards go on the outside, so it's a smaller play mat. It might be something of a decent buy, possibly, if you didn't have the first mat, or even to buy it as a second mat, so it changes the look of your game. It might be worth it, because I see on like a site like, say, like Etsy, these mats they're pretty expensive. Like they're like $95, close to $100. So it might be worth it if it's a neoprene mat. It's really, really nice, guys. It's a really nice mat. If you have the money for it, I would say go for it. And today they just introduced these cardboard dashboards. Again, the locations, they're kind of flimsy. Not the cardboard here, but the actual locations that come in the games. They're a little bit flimsy, so this might be worth it to you if you want a bit of a better card stock quality. Then this might be worth it to purchase. I think so. I'm laminating the other ones, but in the end, I should have just bought the cardboard locations. And then they have the villain dashboards. Now this is something I'd probably get. I have the other villain dashboards. And what this is it's a higher card stock, right? This is a harder card stock. What I really liked about it too is that it has the art of the characters, right, on a higher card stock. So it's not a flimsy thing. This is something that it's you're getting a nice version of these characters, and they'll last for quite a while, right? You could laminate the dashboards, but I think the cardstock, this is actually, to me, is actually a really good upgrade just because of the art itself on the dashboards. Then you're able to buy these plastic tokens. Plastic tokens are really nice, and if you have the money for them, go for them. Great. I didn't get them personally, but They really do add something to your game if you got the money for them. They're not none of these are a necessity, but they do make your game last longer, right? And then these here, you get campaign decks. So people are running campaign decks. So you can go through these different stories. Just like in the comics, they'll tell you what characters to use. And then you can play, your game that way. Sometimes people have trouble like who should go together, who should fight who and all this kind of stuff. Well, here you have something that tells you like exactly if you want to play a story, here's the guys to use for this story. So that's really cool. You have your team decks. So your team decks are really cool because they have their own positives for the different teams. They'll tell you who's able to play on which team, and then the team decks also they'll give you the certain icons, but then they also will have something negative about the team. So it's a different way, to play the game with the different characters. If you want a more thematic team, and you want to use these because the teams they work together. This is actually a really cool thing. I really do like this here, and it's only a $15 upgrade too. And then they have the promo decks, so you get some of the different more out there kind of teams. X Force and X Factor might be more a little more familiar with, or West Coast Avengers. But again, you have to really know these teams and comics and that. But again, it's different way to have different guys that you're not sure what teams they go for. That maybe you get these and then you're oh, this is an X Force team, this is a Illuminati team, this is a West Coast Avengers team, so you can put them together. So and then you have your classic buys that you're able to get as well. Again, I have this, so this won't affect me. But when I went in with the X-Men Kickstarter, I believe it was like last year, it just came in. I was paying for two Kickstarters at the same time, so this did cost me over $800, just over $800 to have all of the Marvel United. And again, Marvel United is a really light game, right? It's really easy to play. You're sharing symbols with your teammates to try and take down the villain. It's not too difficult in that way. It's easy to play, but and it takes probably maybe 30 minutes to play or something. But you're investing a lot of money into this game if you want to play this and have everything and that. It is a lot of money for the kind of gameplay that you're getting for it. It's a lot, and but again, it plays really nice. It's something that you can play with the family. People pretty much understand it, but again, for an investment wise, again, if this is something, if you're a Marvel fan, if you're a deep comic book fan now at this point, we're at season 3, to get all this stuff, it might be worth it for you. If you're a Marvel United fan, you play everything. But again, this is really deep, and it's a lot of money for what you're playing, what you're investing in here in this game. So I think I'll be getting again. I'll be getting a lot of these. I'll probably get all these expansions and all the card decks that they have, and probably the villain dashboards here. And then after that, I'll have to think about if I want a new mat or not. I mean, the other mat is really good. Again, it's a neoprene mat. It is really nice. Something, if you have the room for it, I would say get it because it really finishes the game. I mean, you could play the game on any table. Just put the locations down, but the mats really do finish the game. So yeah, so again, for me right now, I think I'm looking at over $300 plus the shipping you have to factor in. Plus, I'm from Canada, so that's a lot of money, guys. That's a lot of money. Probably close to 400, maybe even close to $500 here for this game here. So not cheap. I'm telling you that right now. But again, if you're looking to back something like this, this is the way probably to do it. And if you want to get some of the older expansions, you probably could get them off somewhere like Amazon right now. if you're looking on eBay, you're going to be paying a whole lot of money for those other expansions that you missed out on if you're looking to get this game. But yeah, it's a really good game, guys. It truly is. It really, you really feel heroic. Doing the, saving civilians and defeating little thugs and beating the threats and all this kind of stuff like you do. And then the teamwork aspect, it's a cooperative game, so that as well as solo. But if you're playing with other people, it really feels like you're helping each other out, and you're talking and all this kind of stuff. And so it's really is a fun game. It's really is a family friendly game, and a game that if you want to bring in new people that have never played a tabletop game, this is a easy game to teach them to play as well, to cross them over into the tabletop games. So that's the story here. So yes, I will be getting this game. Yes, I will be getting the expansions, and this is it for me, guys. This is it. After that, I've been telling my family, I'm kind of done with the Kickstarter games, because after this, then you're gonna have to wait almost over a year for this to come in, right? So I'm kind of tired of doing that. I'm tired of waiting for games over a year. And then just the sheer volume of expansion and just getting the games to the table, it's just getting really hard, guys. Especially when you have other games, other interests, and just life in general, going to work, being with your family. It's really, really tough, right? So, and this is a lot of money to be spending on these games now, especially when you're not really getting a chance to really play them, every day that you have, or you have other games you invested in, and you're the expansions are sitting there. Kudos to those who play their games every day, day and night, and are able to get them in. Good on you. This is definitely worth it for you, right? But yeah, for me, this is it for me, because I have so many other games, and I'm calling it an end. There's only one other game that could bring me back into a Kickstarter. I'm not going to say what until they do it. But this is it for me. No more. This is it. And yeah, this is so much content, and this really, to me, this is coming to an end. If they make a season 4, good for you all. You guys are on your own. I can't imagine the different characters they'd have for that. But yeah. So yeah, that's it, guys. I'm gonna try and do some more painting coming up. Finish off the First Class, X-Men First Class expansion. I'm almost finished that. So that's what I'm finishing painting, X-Men First Class. And then just trying to get some of my other games painted, and trying to play some of my other games. I'm going to try and, get stuff going on the channel here. But I thank you guys for your support. Thank you for sitting through this video. I didn't think it'd be almost close to an hour. But thanks for watching. Thanks for hearing my thoughts on the Marvel United Multiverse. Hope this helps you guys. Hope you guys are inspired in some way or the other, one way or the other. And I just thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you have any questions, concerns, thoughts on, any of the Marvel United stuff, games of the past I've done, this Kickstarter, I'll be more than happy to try and answer your questions for you, or if any other content I have. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Hope you guys are taking care out there. God bless you, and I hope to make another video soon. I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. God bless.